The Dodgers going to Sunday Night Baseball tonight, CT, having won 43 of the last 50 games they have played. They have the best record over a 50-game stretch in big league baseball in more than 100 years. They hold a commanding lead for the race to the NL Pennant. You look at the NL East and the NL Central, the Nats having a great year, 12.5 off the pace, and the Cubs starting to hit their stride finally as defending World Series champs, 20 games off the pace of the Dodgers. They're the other two division leaders, and they are looked at as the most significant threats to the Dodgers in the postseason. So which of those teams, CT, do you think has a better chance to prevent the Dodgers from going to the Fall Classic, representing the NL in the World Series? The defending champs, the Cubs, or the Nationals, a team that's always there but hasn't gotten over the hump yet?
I mean, we just saw the Nationals go to Wrigley Field and win 2 out of 3. Even before that, I felt like the Nationals were the biggest threat to the Dodgers. The Nationals just confirmed that with what they did in this 3-game series. When you look at how the Nationals closed out this series on Sunday, they scored 8 runs in the final 3 innings. This Nationals offense is so potent. They got a jack from their leadoff hitter, Brian Goodwin, and got a jack from this man, a grand slam from the catcher, Matt Wieters. Now, I know Wieters was good in Baltimore, but still, when you begin to talk about the best hitters in that Nationals lineup, you have to go well down in the lineup to get to Matt Wieters. You have to mention Bryce. You have to mention Daniel Murphy, Ryan Zimmerman. I mean, Trey Turner is a guy who's injured, who is a very solid player, right? A very potent guy. So when he comes back, that makes this team even more dangerous. Everybody's going to talk about that bullpen, but the Cubs' bullpen isn't lights out either. They're the reason why the Nationals won this game, because John Lester left this contest with a 4-3 lead, and Carl Edwards couldn't hold on to that lead. The Nationals made a lot of moves to try to improve that bullpen. All 3 of the guys that they acquired did pitch today: Brandon Kinsler, Ryan Madsen, and Sean Doolittle. So I feel like this Nationals offense is so potent. They lead the National League in home runs, RBIs, second in runs scored. If they get into a tight game, I feel like they'll pull it out. But when this offense is clicking, it might not even be close games.
I am going to agree with you. Even though the Cubs are the defending champs, and even though I am a Cardinal fan, the reason why I'll pick the Nationals is because I trust their starting pitching more.
True, I didn't even hit on that.
I mean, as good as Kyle Hendricks and Jake Arrieta and Lester and Lackey were last year, they've all kind of taken a step back this year, and they still have a lineup that can thump, and they still have Wade Davis at the back end of that bullpen. When you can throw Max Scherzer out there, who is next to Clayton Kershaw, probably the best pitcher in the National League. Steven Strasburg is a big question mark because of health, but when he's right, his talent is good. And Gio Gonzalez is having a career year.
Almost had a no-hitter.
So I will take that rotation, and then the bats, which I think are every bit as good, if not better than the Cubs, especially this year with the way Harper, Zimmerman, and Murphy are hitting. And when you get Trey Turner back, there's someone who can swipe 3 or 4 bags in any given game. You add speed to that power. I think the Nationals, a slightly more dangerous team when it comes to matching up with the Dodgers than are the Chicago Cubs.